So if you're watching this on YouTube, okay, I'm talking about the issues with between ZkSync and Polygon. So in the last few days, it was in the news, it was even trending on Twitter that the ZkSync, okay, which is one of the popular new projects in this space, they were accused of plagiarizing the code, the Polygon code. Okay, so Polygon accused them of plagiarism. Now, the question now you're going to be asking is that, is there anything like plagiarism in programming? Okay, is there anything like plagiarism in programming? If the answer is yes, okay, the question now is, what exactly is plagiarism? Okay, so that actually led me to searching for the meaning of plagiarism. And according to the Oxford Dictionary, it says that um, the practice of taking someone else's work, ideas, and passing them off as one's own. Okay, so it's an infringement of copyrights. Okay, when you infringe on people's copyrights, that is plagiarism. For instance, now if you go to my blog, then you copy all the blog posts without giving me any reference whatsoever. Okay, that is plagiarism. Right, that is plagiarism. So if you go online now, then you steal someone else's meme, okay, without you know giving them a kind of reference, that is plagiarism. Then you add that meme in an article. Okay, it is different when you post it on social media, like for fun. It is different. And we have some content online on Google and on platforms, okay, that doesn't have any copyright. Okay, so if it doesn't have any copyright, then it is free to use. Then I will call them free to use content, free to use images, free to use articles, free to use videos. Okay, so plagiarism is a very serious offense. Okay, let me now let me ask the question: what is the consequence? Look at this. Okay, what is the consequence of plagiarism? Okay, look at this. Even if you aren't breaking the law, plagiarism can seriously impact your academic career. While the exact consequence of plagiarism vary by institution and severity, common consequences include a lower grade, automatically failing a course, academic suspension or probation, or even expulsion. So just for you to know that it is a very serious offense. Okay, so uh, I've actually seen it before. I think in Germany some years back, the one of the ministers, okay, equivalent of ministers or secretary, right? It was found that he plagiarized his PhD thesis. Okay, not that everything in that thesis was plagiarized. No, so excuse me, some part of his thesis they were plagiarized, and for that reason, he was taken to court and he had to resign his appointment. He has to resign from that position. Okay, because it is a very shameful thing. Apart from the fact that you could be punished by law, okay, by code of conduct, of an organization or of a country or of a state. Personally, okay, it is a shameful thing. Okay, plagiarism is a shameful thing. And it's not something that anybody should be proud of. Okay, nobody should ever be proud of plagiarism. Right? Nobody should ever be proud of plagiarism. And it's very shameful. So very, very shameful. Now, is there anything like plagiarism in programming? So let us have a look. Okay, what is plagiarism? Okay. Plagiarism in programming. Okay, computer science first. Okay, in computer science first. Let us have a look. It is simply put using another person's source code and claiming it as your own. Look at this. Using another person's source code and claiming it as your own. So programming plagiarism has been around since at least the 1990s when MOSS, which is measure of software similarity, was developed to check for plagiarism in programming assignments. Look at this. MOSS. Okay. When you use something like this, when you use something like this in an assignment, so you can see that plagiarism also exists in programming. All right. Even if you're using an open source code, all right, if you're using an open source code, you probably copy the code on GitHub. So if you don't actually give proper reference to the developer, then you are plagiarizing his code. Okay, or yeah, you are plagiarizing his code. So now let us look at this. What is the consequence? Consequence of plagiarizing open source code, right? Is there any consequence? Let's have a look. Okay, here is it. This is a very nice work on that. So I'm going to open this now, which is code condo. It asks a question like, the consequence of plagiarizing in coding, right click and so plagiarizing is one of the main issues not only in the academic environment but many others as well. In IT still, there is no effective way to fight plagiarism yet. So you might not realize that, but plagiarism may lead to very serious consequences that might hurt your education and job. All right. So these are the consequences. Destroyed reputation. Okay. Destroyed reputation. These are the consequences. It's going to destroy your reputation completely. So if plagiarism is detected in your code, you will not be a respected student, respected programmer anymore, and many colleagues or professors will remember that. It might even be harder for you to find a good job in the future, obviously. Why? Because you actually plagiarize someone else's code, then you claim it should be your own. So rejection of work, if your code is not unique, it just might not be accepted. Often, especially in many universities, students don't get a second chance, which means that you will get a bad grade or you failed a class. Can you see that? So failed work occurs in many places. Plagiarism is the reason why people get fired or expelled. Yeah. So if people can get fired, why would organization copy a code of someone else's organization? Okay. So if you get in the same situation, you might not even get a chance to explain yourself or change your work. This is why if you are not sure how to do your program assignment, it is better to get homework online from coding experts. Okay. So like platform like assignment or instead of plagiarizing. So this disrespect towards other programmers. Yeah, you're actually disrespecting them. So if ZK is copying code, is copying Polygon's code, they are disrespecting them, okay, and they are kind of losing relevance. Okay, they are making themselves to lose relevance. That's it. So loss of quality. Your code will not be good if you steal it from others. The quality depends not only on the proper use of language, but also on how creative you are when it comes to solving different problems. Okay, that is loss of quality. All right, so now you've seen this for yourself. Now, recently, Polygon now accused ZK that they plagiarized their code, they stole their intellectual property. that is a very serious offense, isn't it? Very serious and big offense. So Polygon Zero has accused MetaLab of copying significant code from its Plunky 2 library to ZkSync, a rival Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. Okay, both of them they are rivals. Okay, so you actually you had that confidence and you copied their code. That is very, very shameful if you ask me. Okay, it's very, very shameful. Honestly, okay, I don't think it's a very good way to start. So look at this now. Polygon's ZK scaling harm. Okay, so Polygon Zero is accusing developers of Matters Labs of copy pasting a substantial amount of source code from its Plunky 2 library, according to an announcement in August 3rd of this month. So the alleged plagiarism code was found on ZkSync, a computer layer 2 scaling solution of Ethereum powered by zero knowledge technology. MetaLab, the developer of ZkSync ecosystem, has denied the claim. Okay, so according to Polygon Zero, MetaLab recently released a proven system called Bujom with lots of code copy pasted from critical component of its recursive, SNAC, SNAC Plunky 2. A recursive SNAC, okay, which is SNAC, is a cryptographic proof that allows one party, the prover, to demonstrate to another party they verify that a certain statement is true without revealing any additional information. Okay, so this is a tweet that was made by Polygon. Crypto runs on the open source ethos. When projects don't follow it, the ecosystem suffers. We were disappointed to see that ZkSync copied our code without attribution and made misleading claims about the original work. So we wrote this post. Can you see that? So you should have a look at that post, and we need to have a look at it. Okay, on mirror.xyz. Okay, so Polygon Zero claimed that the code was included without the original copyrights or clear attributions to the original authors. It also noted that Bojum is extremely similar to Plunky's library. It uses the same strategy of parallel repetition to boost soundness in a small field, similar custom gates to effectively arithmetize a recursive verification, and the same lookup arguments developed by our teammates in the Orange Hamburg, you know. So it's really a very shameful accusation, honestly. If this is found to be true, then it is very, very shameful. Okay, very, very shameful. Okay, if I were the ZK developer right now, I don't know how exactly I'm gonna feel right now. So furthermore, Polygon noted that MetaLab has marketed Bojum as 10x faster than Plunky 2. Can you imagine that? You copy someone else's code, okay, then you now say that the solution that you built with that code is 10x faster. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how people get that kind of confidence. Like, I don't know. Okay. So, you're even making a marketing statement against them. So wondering how this is possible, given the performance critical field arithmetic code is different, is already copied from Polygon 2. Can you imagine that? So according to Polygon Zero, it is great to give credit, and we appreciate the recognition for our optimization of the Poseidon parameters. However, it might not be apparent to the reader that Boojum borrows far more than the Poseidon constant from Plunky 2, and in fact that Boojum's design is nearly identical to Plunky 2's, even to the point of copy-pasted code. Wow. In comment to the Cointelegraph, Matterlabs expressed disappointment to see Polygon's leadership team spreading untrue claims. According to a spokesperson, the new Boojum high-performance proof system leverages 5% from Plunky 2, okay, which is prominently attributed in the first line of our module. Okay, where else other than the very first line of our library would this have been included if we wanted it to be more prominent? Okay, so when we are writing a detailed response, consider the very first line of the main file of this module. So let's have a look at that. Okay, I'm not a programmer, but I think we should definitely have a look at this. Okay, where is it? Yeah, it has actually been. Can you see that? So notes. That is the first line of the code. Okay, it says note. We take a Plunky 2 implementation of non-vectorized field as the baseline. Okay, as the baseline. Okay, so I think that's a proper reference. Okay, but let us have a look again. Okay, so this isn't the first time plagiarism accusation has have been surfaced in the crypto community. In March, a member of the Shiba Inu community reported that the Shibarium Layer 2 beta testnet and Rainer testnet had identical chain IDs, along with claims that Shibarium Alpha testnet was a copy of Polygon's mobile testnet. Wow, that's incredible, man. So there's been a couple of accusations and counter accusations. So let me read the full reply of this. Okay, I want to say this to the end. Of course, that's why we are here today, isn't it? So while we are okay, let me check this. I think what people were probably looking for is a link back to the original source code. Yeah. Okay, so a link back to original source code. Well, I kind of think that what I'm thinking is that if you clearly states where the source code is from, do you need to provide a link? Okay, if you clearly state that, oh, I copied this code from Ojeni Yayobami Abimbola, for instance, I don't really think you have to provide a direct link to it. Maybe because Polygon is popular enough across the world. Okay, so they are popular enough. So if you are popular enough, I don't think there is any need to imagine you copy the code from Google, for instance. You have to provide link to the depository or something to the source code. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm not a programmer. If you are watching this and you're a programmer, please let me know if it makes sense to still provide link when the source is a popular and is known globally. So it is not present in the very introduction. Okay, this is a response from Alex G. Is it not present in the very introduction? Okay, so I think this is going to set a new standard or something. Okay, this is going to set a new standard. Okay, dude, you need to include the actual license. Wow. I don't know if that is compulsory. They ask to include Plunky 2 copyrights into your MIT license. Place them on the second row. Derived work must link to original license. Wow. This is in fact, see what I did in similar situation here. Let me see. Okay, this is the MIT license, copyrights. Okay, then he copied this. Okay, Paul Miller copied some of the code from Thomas Ponin. Okay, which is this Ponin at bullet.org. Okay, make a reference to this guy. Okay, permission is hereby granted free of charge to any person obtaining the code of this software and associate documentation files. So the software to deal in this software without restriction, including without limitation the right to use, copy, modify, merge, publish, distribute, So this is the copyright statement for this code. All right. So the above copyright notice and the permission notice shall be included in all copies or substantial portion of the software. Okay. I got that. I got that part. So, and the permission for this, for instance, okay, for them it's license, commercial use, modification, distribution, private use, but limitation is liability and warranty. So this is really a very critical issue right now. So facts speak louder than words. Okay, text oriented to graphics, but why copy? So actually ask the question like, why copy? I don't care what ZK took or not. Polygon is just mad. They have zero users like Stackware, AK. This is like a stroll. Okay, this is guys just strolling around. So as always we ask ZK, okay, we love ZK, that's not a this guy said, man, you steal Polygon zero work, you have to apologize. These guys were like, just devs that care, the community don't give a single what about Polygon. Man, that is really interesting scenario, obviously. Obviously. Okay, that's a really interesting scenario. So let me go back to the tweet that was made by Polygon. Okay, so here is a tweet that was made by Polygon. So crypto runs on the open source ethos. When people don't follow it, the ecosystem suffers. We were disappointed to see that ZkSync, you were even tagged, copied our code without attribution, and made misleading claims about the original work. So we wrote this post about this. So let me go to Mirror. Where is it? I think I opened the link to Mirror the other time. Okay, so this is it. Introduction. It's really a very long article. If it's something you like to read, okay, if it's something that you like to read, and they provide a lot of screenshots and evidences in that article. Okay, so if you really want to follow this topic to the end, it's something you have to. So this is the conclusion. We are nearing the release of Plunky 3, a new library that radically improves on the performance of Plunky 2 and Starkey. Bojo represents a significant amount of work to build a proven system that is already outperformed by the existing Starkey library and will be even further behind Plunky 3. Okay, so however, cultivating a productive environment for open source development is critical. On a personal note, our team has worked incredibly hard to produce work that has benefited the entire space. It's a bad feeling to see this work being used against recognition, okay, without recognition and attribution. Okay, so now this takes us to another topic. How to, I'm going to copy this now. Okay, so let us now see if ZkSync did a proper recognition and attribution. So I'm going to search that how, the reason I'm searching for this is because I'm not a programmer, so I'm not a developer. Okay, so um, to actually do justice to this topic, we have to make sure, okay, we have to make sure that we actually get all of this stuff, all of this facts from, the internet. So how to properly, you know, how to properly, let me give it a space, make recognition and attribution in programming. Exactly. Sorry, not projects. I want to say programming. Okay, programming is different from in programming. Okay, so code authorship, attributions, methods, and challenges. So recognizing an intuitive programming style. Okay, so let me check out this article if you could find something useful from this. Okay, Code authorship attribution is the process of identifying the author of a given code, which that has been done by ZK, isn't it? With increased number of malware and advanced mutation techniques, the author of malware are creating a large number of malware variants. To better deal with this problem, methods for examining the authorship for malicious code are necessary. So code authorship attribution techniques thus can be utilized to identify and categorize the authors. This is not exactly what we are looking out for. So let us check some other articles. Let me check the next page. Let me check this if this will make sense. So proper attribution and how to recognize and avoid plagiarism. Okay, maybe this is in a general context. Okay, once you have selected the source to use in your document and you have decided how to use those sources, then you must be sure to properly attribute those sources. Proper attributions is necessary to avoid committing plagiarism, which generally is the use of someone else's word or ideas. Proper attribution. So, this is actually talking to law students, not programmers. So there has to be a way to properly recognize and attribute a source code. Okay, I believe that a source code. Okay, in programming. So attribution and recognition may differ from profession to profession. Maybe in engineering it could be different. Maybe in science it could be different. In law, in arts, in programming it could be different. So I believe, I'm not a programmer really, but I believe there has to be a standard. Okay, I believe there has to be a standard for recognizing other people's work. So probably if you did not follow that standard, there might be an acquisition and counter acquisition. Okay, so that's what I believe. So I think ZK actually used Mirror to reply. They used Mirror to reply Polygon. So let me check out that reply again. Let me check it out again. Uh, let me check out again. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is let me check if they have an article on Mirror. No, they simply provided a link to that library on GitHub. That's exactly what they did. Okay, they provided a link to the library on GitHub. So basically, okay, basically you just need to look out for things like this. Now they made another publication on crypto slates. Okay, this article was written by Oluwapelumi Adejumo. Okay, Oluwapelumi Adejumo wrote this. So he's a journalist at crypto slates. So let me read this article. He said that Meta Lab CEO, Alex Buchowski described Polygon Zero's allegation that ZkSync copied their code without proper attribution as unfounded, misleading, and extremely disappointing, according to the post that was made in August 4th. So Polygon Zero said MetaLab copied performance critical components of its Plunky 2 zero knowledge system code without proper attribution. The Polygon team said that the ZkSync team made misleading claims about its latest proven system, Bojon being okay 10x faster than Plunky 2. So how can you copy something and you say it is 10x faster? It's going to be difficult. So it argued that this was impossible considering Bojon copied the performance code of Plunky 2. So Polygon Zero further strongly criticized this action, saying they were antithetical to the core principle of the open source movement. According to the team, some practices could pose a significant threat to smaller development teams, okay, as better funded competitors might exploit their effort without giving due credit. Wow, can you imagine that? As better funded competitors might exploit their effort without giving due credit. So imagine that Ethereum decide to copy a smaller project. Okay, they might actually get away with it. But for the fact that Polygon is a big project, you know, they kind of they had they have the confidence to accuse ZkSync. So in response, okay, the founder, the CEO, probably one of the top guys in ZkSync, said claims that ZkSync use code without attribution could not be further from the truth. Okay, so according to Gruchowski, Plunky 2 and Bojon are implementations of the Redshift construction, which the Meta Lab team introduced 3 years before Polygon Zero released the Plunky 2 paper. Okay, although Polygon refers to Redshift in the paper, okay, Kluchowski said the team did not give any credit to Meta Labs. Okay, um, okay, sorry. Okay, this guy is the CEO of Polygon. Sorry about that mix up. Okay, so he explained that only 5% of Polygon code is based on Plunky 2 code, and the team acknowledged Plunky 2 in the README file at the introduction post. However, I admitted that ZkSync could have handled this better and used a more standard approach for attribution. Okay, so what is the standard approach for attribution? Let me search for that. Okay, let me search for that. Let me search. Okay, let me check that. I'm not looking for marketing attribution. Standard approach for code attribution. There got to be like I knew that there was going to be there's got to be an approach for there has to be a standard approach for this. I believe that. Okay, so which will be done subsequently. Okay, they said, but he criticized the public allegation as against the spirit of open source. Okay, as against the spirit of open source. Wow. So if the Polygon Zero team wanted additional credits, the easiest way would have been to submit a pull request, okay, which we would have happily accepted. So meanwhile, he expressed surprise about complaints regarding benchmarking. He noted that there was no need for the Polygon Zero team to put out its code for benchmarking and endorse it if they were unhappy about the benchmarking function or on optimizing their implementation. So that's their own counter arguments. Okay, that's their own counter arguments. You know, when you are competing with someone, you are competing, for the similar audience, you are competing in the exact same niche. Okay, same niche, same category. Okay, then you have to be very, very careful. Okay, you have to be very, very careful. Uh, you don't expect a soft blow from your opponents. You don't expect a soft blow from your competitors. Okay, it doesn't just work like that. So, if you want to copy anything from your competitor, you should not wait for them to teach you the best thing to do. Okay, so if there is a standard, if there is industry standard for attribution and recognition, you must apply it. Okay, you must apply it. Despite the fact that the code is open source, you have to apply it. Okay, you have to apply it. So, um, telling Polygon that if they have issue with the way you reference them or the way you attributed them, then they should have created a pull request. It's not cool. It's not cool to tell your computer something like that. Okay, you should have done the necessary thing without waiting for them to submit the pull request. That's my own opinion about it. I have nothing against ZkSync, and I'm not a fan of Polygon. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a Matic token in my portfolio. I have none of it except a fraction that I have for probably as gas fee. Okay, if you want to transact on their blockchain, that's it. So it's also maybe I'm citing Polygon, but no, you have to tell the truth. Okay, you have to tell the truth. Because there is this saying that say the truth, and the truth will set you free. So if you are competing with someone, you don't wait for that person to actually submit a pull request before you do what is right. Okay, before you do the needful. So, in my opinion, I think to an extent, one of the mistakes that the ZK team did, which is the Meta Lab did, is that they copied an optimization code from Polygon, and they now made another claim that that solution is 10x faster than the source. Okay, it's 10x faster than the source. So how can you fork Ethereum code? Well, that is even possible if the whole world, if everybody knows that you fork their code. Okay, if they know that, okay, you fork this code, that's even okay. So, well, you're actually making a statement to disrepute the reputation of Polygon. That's unfounded. Okay, that's not cool. Okay, that's not cool. And on top of that, you even refuse to make a proper attribution and recognition. So, in case you're watching me today and you are probably a founder of a project, okay, you're a project founder, or you're into this Web3 space and something, you should definitely make sure that at any point in time, okay, you always try to give proper attributions in your code. Okay, always try to give proper attribution in your code. Okay, if you copy, you must attribute properly. All right. Yeah, it is open source really. Okay, we find a lot of materials online. There's no big deal about that. Okay, we find quite a number of materials online, you know, then we copy. Okay, even when you write an article, you publish an article, you still need to make sure that you give proper attribution. Okay, give proper attribution. Don't just copy and think that you can get away with it just like that. So always give proper attribution because it helps the community, it helps the industry. Okay, so it doesn't look like we are actually abusing a privilege. Okay, it doesn't look like you're actually abusing a privilege. That is the essence of having a proper attribution on your code. All right, proper attribution on your code. So I hope this analysis, I hope this discussion makes sense to you. Okay, I hope this discussion makes sense to you. Uh, and I want to believe that, uh, you know what it means to copy without attribution, without proper recognition. Okay, and I want you to believe that if you are competing with someone, you know how to do that without raising any dust. Okay, if you are competing with someone and you copy their code, you should actually do that without giving them any chance. Okay, if you had given a proper attribution and a proper recognition, then Polygon will never have the confidence to accuse ZkSync for plagiarism of code. Okay, even if they do, then the community will actually go against them. Okay, the community will actually go against them because they will tell them and they will point it out to them now. Come on, guys, stop this. This guy actually made the proper and standard attribution and recognition in their code. You've seen it. It's been published. It's on GitHub. So why do you still come here to raise the dust? Okay, so that's it. So ZK saying they're at fault because they didn't actually do the needful, and they are waiting for Polygon to teach them how to, what to do. Okay, so that's it. That's the challenge. So let me see if I can get, because I have to, like, I'm interested in what Polygon has to say, what people have to say in the Polygon's comment box. Okay, disappointed by these untrue accusations. Okay, we'll share a detailed reply shortly. Okay, so this is the response from some of the developers from ZK. So when you can literally see lines of copy paste, the right response to apologize and give attribution. So this actually counter the statement. Okay, so counter that statement. Who is this guy doing advertisement on that somebody's? That's not. So shots fired. If the community doesn't strictly uphold open source guidelines, projects will be forced to go closed source and the whole ecosystem suffers. That's the problem. Okay, that is the problem. So ethos is greater than tribalism. So airdrop official made a meme. Okay, but this is a GIF, trying to watch this movie. So instead of complaining, you should be proud of the ZK team and your own team. Okay, well, so this guy said that make says, please deal with this. So credit where credit, credit where credit is due. Okay, it should be standard at this point, but many in the ecosystem are quick to rip off others' ideas and work. So declaring source material doesn't hurt a project using open sources, which is true, but helps everyone grow, further expanding the exposure and access to the original assets. So do better out there, everyone. Okay, so that's it. This guy is right, obviously. So you would think more people would be like this, but competition by real, and some people don't want to work together to improve the space. They want to decimate any potential position to improve their own position. Okay. So as someone wisely said, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Okay. Unfortunately, in crypto, it is not always so flattering. So I empathize with your disappointment. Okay, the open source ethos in crypto is more than just a tradition. It's a fundamental principle that fuels innovation and collaboration. When it is ignored, it's only affects individual projects, but threatens the entire ecosystem. Well, that's true. Can you say that? Unbelievable. This guy was even surprised. And for Tizo, this guy said the space always amazes us every time. TV screen, TV screen, popcorn. Let's begin. Guys, everyone copies code. Arbitrum is an iterated copy of optimism as well. No one complain about it. Our goals are aligned, and the market is big enough for multiple players. Competition is good, centralization is bad. Okay, well, this guy is not making much sense in the statement because if you copy without proper attribution, if Arbitrum had copied optimism and they make proper reference to it, then that's okay. There's no big deal in that. That's okay. Okay, so if we encourage competition, which is good, then you have to discourage bad practice. Okay, you have to discourage bad practice. All right. So this is spicy. The things need to be verified and transparent. We stand with you. Okay, this is coinwire.com. Okay, uh, this guy says shot fired. You mean supernet wasn't an original name? Okay, wow. Okay, wow, very disappointed to say this. So obviously, guys, if you copy, you have to state the source. That's the standard way of doing it. So, if you've watched this live stream to this point, I want to invite you to follow me right now. Okay, so hit the follow button right now and start following me now. And the question now is, why should you follow? Why should I follow you? That's the question of your mind, isn't it? Okay, why you need to follow me is because uh I'm a live streamer. I got a lot of experience in live streaming, and I've been doing this for quite a while. Okay, and I share valuable information with my audience. Okay, so if you are following me, you actually get notified about my upcoming live streams. Okay, you're part of my community, and I'm a technical analyst. I do a lot of analysis, and I've been doing it for the past, 6 years. Obviously, I've been trading. I traded for 4 years before I started becoming a profitable trader. So it took me a lot of years, a lot of iteration, a lot of experiments, trial and error, before I actually, found, a better strategy. Okay, and these are things I'm going to be sharing with you. So if you go to platform like this, okay, if you go to platforms like okay, if you go to platforms like TradingView, then you go here to search for, okay, you can just come here, for instance, then search for crypto niche. Okay, search for crypto niche here. Okay, then you see this icon. Okay, then click on it. So when you click on it, you see an account with 49 followers. Wow, last time I checked, it was 40 followers. It is now 49. So you can see I posted 17 ideas right here. Okay, I want to make a post. I would just like to come back and give you feedback of the trade analysis, the trade setup. So this is analysis on Solana. I think it was yesterday, really. Sorry, 1 day ago. So on Solana, so I posted this on Solana that the price will dip. So that was updated on August 5. So if you click on this, if you click on this uh, idea, this analysis, it was published on July 17th. Okay, and I made the analysis that from this price level, okay, from this price level, I made an analysis that Solana will actually crash, it will dump, and it actually dumped, and that was a massive profit from there because the trade was closed, somewhere around $21 per Solana, right? So, and I made that updates on that. That was since July, since last month, isn't it? So yesterday I came here on OB to do, sorry, I came here on Gates, I mentioned OB, sorry, because I actually like stream also on OB. So if you click here now, if you click here, you see my analysis as of yesterday. Okay, so let me update this. Okay, you can see it is moving according to the analysis. Okay, so we're looking forward to a sell entry, okay, at this level on Solana. Okay, so if you look also on PEP, okay, this is analysis on PEP, and it is following this trajectory. Okay, it is following this trajectory. Okay, it actually dumped until it actually got to a take profit level. Okay, and now I'm going to be doing another analysis tomorrow or probably today. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to be doing another analysis because I think there's an imminent pump on PEP. Okay, and there is a price reversal signal on the charts. Okay, so the price will be reversing and it will go up again. So it is actually moving as expected. Okay, it's moving as expected. All right, so if you click on this now, what do you see? It moved as expected, as you expect. So it's actually went so it went down a whole lot, and that profit was that take profit was triggered right there. So these are one of the reasons why you need to follow me. And aside that, if you go on Telegram now, for instance, okay, you on YouTube. So if you go on YouTube, which is on youtube.com/crypto niche, this is where I upload a couple of videos on technical analysis and price predictions. Okay, so if you click here now, okay, you see a bunch of videos that can help you to jumpstart your career within the cryptocurrency and the blockchain ecosystem, guys. So that's it on this analysis. Uh, this is my opinion. Okay, everything I've said about this plagiarism issue is my personal opinion. Okay, so I'm not expressing the opinion of Gates, okay, or something. So this is my personal opinion about it. So guys, I wish you a fantastic day. Bye for now.